Going.
Doing great, thanks. Welcome. This is office hours for November 2nd, 2023. Good to see everybody. How is everything going? Let me see who's here. Hey, Dennis, I just saw your email come through. Glad to get to meet you.
Amazing timing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. Let me see who else is here. Hey, Paula, Diana, Sapphire, Don, Hannah. Good to see you guys. All right. Well, let's jump in. Who's got questions? Do you guys want to put a hand up or just give me a signal so I know how many people have questions you want to talk about? Dennis, I know you've definitely got stuff.
Yeah.
Who put a virtual or real hand up if you've got questions? Diana and Paula. Okay, cool. Great. Let's go ahead. Dennis, why don't you go ahead and start us off, and then we will just circle right around and talk about all the things.
No problem. I appreciate, like I said, the timing is amazing. I appreciate you talking through it. I'm more of like a visual talking kind of learner. So
absolutely.
One of the things we want to do in a new course we're building in Xperiencify is have recurring type exercises. So there are activities we want people to do again and again and kind of learn and grow until they master it. Have you done anything like that? Have you structured any of the lessons in a way that someone can come back to it multiple times and keep kind of scoring points over a period of time?
Okay, so my first thought is I feel like there's been discussions in the Facebook group about this, and it might be helpful to check over there because the straight answer is that the way XP is set up is you set up each action and the students check it off. So it's not designed on a simple level to be for something to be checked off over and over again. Obviously, you can create as many actions as you want and they can check them off, but we're potentially talking about creating a lot of actions if you're having them do something every day or even every week. So I feel like you're certainly not the first person to ask this, and I'm not having at the top of my head exactly what the best answer is, but I know there are people definitely working with this kind of a thing. One thing to keep in mind is that you can always do trackers and systems that are outside the platform, like just a sheet, something that they're checking off every day, and you can link to an individual's individual sheet from their profile by using custom fields. So if I'm a student and I'm going through my course, I do my training for the day, and then in a training action, it could say, click right here to go to your tracker or whatever you're calling it. They go to their unique doc, check something off, and then come back and do the next thing. So
where would you recommend linking that out from? Like, where's the best place for them to see their specific tracker?
Oh, good question. Either in a training action or depending if you're using it like every single time, it could just go at the bottom of the single training page.
Okay.
This is what I've done a lot in some of my programs because I have people track just like weekly kind of tracking stuff that's happening for them on a personal level. So I just put their custom field in a link in the very bottom of the single training page, because every time they finish a training, I'm going to ask them to go to their doc and write as the next step. So if it makes sense, if they're doing it every single time, just pop it in the actual single training page. It could also go in an individual training action. Just depends how often, Is that helpful as a start?
Yeah, definitely gives us some starter ideas here on how to do it. I'll check the Facebook group too to see if other people have found different easy ways to kind of repeat lessons, right? Get more reps in with it. But I appreciate it, Susan.
Totally. Yeah. I know this is definitely a thing people are working with. So there should be some info.
I'll let Hannah and some other folks know.
Cycle around. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Dennis. Yeah, Hannah, you want to go ahead and
hi. So
hi.
some of my questions are probably, like on the first grade level, and you guys are all in college. So
Probably not. Probably
Nope.
everybody's gonna want to know the same thing. So go ahead.
So my question is this: when we set up the course, we have both homework and quizzes on each one of our trainings.
Okay.
And I set up the quizzes in Google Docs, and it occurred to me that you guys might have actually an app or a way to do that within Xperiencify. So I could see the result of how people are responding, without having to check Google. So that's my first question. My second question is related. We also have homework, and I created those in Adobe fillable documents. And there may be a better way. And if there is, would you please tell me? Because I have no idea how I'm going to track their homework.
Totally. Yeah. And let's see. So the first question was about if tracking actual quiz answers in the platform. Yes. And you can do that right now. I'll tell you how. And also, definitely on our roadmap right now is better tracking and analytics and easier ways to view all of the responses for all your students. That is definitely a priority, because right now you can view them all, but it is a little bit of a process to do it. You need to go into the student's activity log, and that's going to show you what they answered to an essay question, to a multiple choice question. So that's the way to view answers directly in the platform. Again, not ideal in my opinion, and that's definitely on our roadmap to have a better system. I don't have details at the moment, but we're going to be creating better ways to track and see all the answers at once, and that will definitely be helpful here.
So this is based on the Google Docs quizzes, right? Because that's where I have my quizzes right now.
No, this is if you use Xperiencify's actual quiz feature, which means that you can, when you create a training action, so they do the training, then you can create a training action, and you can create for the training action a quiz question, either an essay question or a multiple choice question. And they would respond to it directly in the platform. They would type in their essay or check off their answer. That would go directly into their activity log, which you could log in and see.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out, on our quizzes, we have sometimes maybe 3 or 4 different questions. So do I create a training, an action for each one of those questions?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, great. Yeah. Got it. Okay, great. So that solves that problem. So the other one then is as far as their homework that they fill out in an Adobe fillable form. Is there a better way for me to do that so I can track it? Because I don't know how they will get those forms to me so I can, track their progress.
Is there a better way for you to track it?
Is there a better way for me to set it up, the homework, rather than having an Adobe document?
Well, there's going to be a lot of options for how to set it up. Again, this might be something you want to check the Facebook group, because I know there's been discussions about different ways people have done homework and tracking things. But as far as the platform capacities, you can do it in the actual platform with the quiz and multiple choice questions, and then it'll show up directly in the platform. If it's outside of the platform, there's going to be a lot of options. What's best for you is going to depend on a lot of factors specific to you and your course. So I can't necessarily give you is there something better than Adobe, without knowing a whole lot more in depth about exactly what you need.
Okay. Okay, that's helpful.
Is that helpful as a start?
It's a
Um,
helpful as a start. So I just need to do, look at the Facebook group, and then I mean, in the first a couple of free students that we've set up, we've just asked them to put their homework onto Google Drive and send us a link, you know.
Yeah, great. Yep.
Yeah, and so and I mean, that's a start. I just thought if there's a better way that other people have come up with, then you know, I'd like to know.
Well, again, the custom fields function that I mentioned might be really helpful here. If you don't want them to have to email you even a link, you can give them their own unique Google Doc. And then you're going to create a custom field. Let me pop the help doc into the chat on exactly how to do this for anybody that is interested, but you're going to create like our milestones doc. Yes, it's
can
like,
we see it in pictures?
can you see it in pictures? There may be a couple pictures in the help doc. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it will walk you through step by step how to do it. But yes, it's like your milestones doc if you're in EPM, where you have your own unique doc, and there can be a link straight in your course for the student to click to get to their doc, and then they don't even have to email anything.
That's awesome. That's really great. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. Cool. All right. Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And yeah, ask if you don't find answers in the Facebook group, feel free to ask. There are definitely other people working with these same questions. So,
okay.
Yeah. See what's up. Paula, how's it going? Oops, you're muted, Paula.
That's okay. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I haven't uploaded a video training yet. I was just getting ready to do that. And I can't remember, maybe it was on day 6 or something like that, with the little videos of how to do things. And there was some instructions that you can either have a YouTube video or you can upload it directly. And there were some directions on, click this handbrake or something like that for instructions. And I can do the YouTube, but one thing I don't like about that is that, it always gives all these other YouTube things, and people can have a tendency to rabbit hole down YouTube and forget what the heck they're doing. So I would much prefer to be able to upload individually, but I have no clue what they're talking about with this handbrake thing.
Handbrake is a separate tool that you can use if your video is more than 2 gigabytes. That's the size limit, and that's a pretty good size. I record Zoom videos of like 60-90 minutes, so it's not a short thing, and I never have to even upload those. Like, I just record on Zoom, export it as an MP4, upload it to the platform, and I don't ever even use Handbrake. Obviously there's going to be different factors, but there's plenty of space.
So if I'm doing 10 to 15 minute videos, that's not
fine.
an issue.
Should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you mentioned that you recorded on Zoom. I don't want to record it on Zoom. I have a screen recorder, but it downloads as an MP4. As long as it downloads as an MP4, that's all we care about, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And then I think that there was another question that I had. Oh, yes. So I got a message when I got to the thing about setting up a Facebook group, which I'd actually prefer to have a private community rather than Facebook for the same rabbit hole issue. But it was saying, there was a message saying that Facebook, deleted the capacity of having these Facebook groups. And I don't know if that has been resolved or
that would
not.
be a Facebook question. I don't know about Facebook deleting capacity to have groups. That doesn't sound
I don't know. It's a message that was in the training, in the Xperiencify training.
That said Facebook deleted the capacity to have groups?
That it deleted the capacity for Xperiencify to have groups. See, I don't know if that's an old something that should have been deleted that has been resolved or not?
You're talking about the automatic post to Facebook feature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Facebook's being a pain with that. Not resolved yet, but that doesn't stop you
Okay.
from having a group. It just
Okay,
means
so-
we can't automatically post on your behalf right now.
I see what you're talking about. Okay, I get it. Well, when I did my clarity call, they said that Xperiencify had a means for me to do a community right in Xperiencify, so I wouldn't even have to go to Facebook. Is that an issue with Xperiencify's community? Because I'd rather have a community that's not on Facebook, just from the respect that it's too easy for people to say, this is hard, I'll go over here. And then
Yeah, you can do that. You can have a community right on Facebook. I'm sorry, right on Xperiencify.
Okay, so I'll just keep going through my training and I'll eventually find that, I presume.
Yeah, it's and let me pop a thing in the chat. It's our forum space.
Okay.
So here is how to use that. There's a video walkthrough as well as instructions.
That's the article 328.
Yes. That's it.
Okay, super duper.
Yeah, you can basically set up, you're going to set up groups in the forum that can be whoever you determine. For example, it could be everybody in a particular course, or it could be everybody in this course and that course, or it could be everybody with a particular tag. It doesn't even need to be connected to a course per se. So you determine who's in a group, and then you set up spaces for that group to see. And basically people can come into that space and make posts and see each other's posts and chat. And it's all contained to whoever you want it to be available to. Does that make sense?
It does. I appreciate knowing this. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And while we're on the topic of the forum, we've got lots more features in the works for it, including DMs between students is coming soon, which everybody's looking forward to. Right now, it's a pretty simple V1 version of you can post and students can post and comment and like each other's posts. So pretty straightforward, but we have more things coming like DMs and chats and good stuff.
All right, that's super. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. All right. Heather, how's it going?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Doing good, thank you.
I have a question. I'm a little bit stuck
Okay.
so I've got a mini course I've been writing, and what I would like it to do, I'm not quite sure how to do it. I've been trying to ask the question in the support thing, but I haven't really got the answer that I'm looking for. So I'm not sure whether it's because it's lost in translation in an email. But what it is I have this 5-day mini course. And what I would like it to do is that no matter what day anybody joins, I want them to start the course on a Monday. So whether they join on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I would like them to be able to all start as a group on the Monday, because I want to be able to do a webinar on the Saturday. But if it's, if the first emails, if they go in and start on a Wednesday, then the emails don't kind of, catch up to the Saturday, if you know what I mean. So I'm a bit lost on how to do that, how to set that up, or can it be set up that way?
Okay, so have you checked out the release option called nth day after joined? I'm gonna pop a help doc first of all. It's called in-depth scheduling release of content.
So can you explain to me how the nth day works? So let's say,
Definitely.
some join on a Monday, some join on a Wednesday. How do you set up that nth day? How do you know when someone logs in what day to put in as the nth day, if that makes sense?
Yeah, so let me make sure I'm understanding first how you want to set it up and make sure
Mhm.
that this would work for you. Because the way the nth day works is it's going to release content on the same day every week, but it's not set up. And this is what I want to hear a little bit more about, because I think, did you say it's a mini course?
Mhm.
And did you say it's like a 5-day course?
Yes, a 5-day
Okay.
course, yes.
Okay. So like
So,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
yes.
Okay. In that case, this wouldn't work. So tell me a little bit more. So someone joins on a Wednesday
Mhm.
and you want them to jump in.
Just
What do
I
you want
want
to
them to
happen?
start the training on the following Monday. So if they join on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday, I want them to be able to start the course all on the next Monday.
Okay. There's not a simple way to automate that. You can do
Okay.
dates. We've got a lot of options for releasing content, but there's no logical way to set things up to automatically roll out in sequence if people are
Okay.
jumping in on different days. It just doesn't work from an automations perspective.
Okay.
We have the nth day option, which rolls it out on the same day every week if you're just doing weekly. So if you want everybody to get content on the first Monday, regardless of when they join, you can do that. But if you have content rolling out every day, that doesn't work from an automated perspective, because there's no logical way to tell the system where they should be. It just doesn't work. There's only so much we can automate.
Okay. Well, I was living in hope.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You obviously you can use dates. You can roll things out based on certain dates. You can also do X days after joined. Let's see, is there a way we could do this with a tag? Here is a way there's ways you can do it manually, but it's just going to take some steps. If you want to like restart it and then you want the content to roll out next day, it's always going to follow the same sequence, but the start date is just going to change over and over again. This is a little more complex, but you can start the sequence by adding a tag to students. And then you can roll content out based on, like, once the tag is added, then a day later they get the training, and 2 days later they get the next day training. So you can have an automation that starts with a tag. Now you're still going to have to add the tag manually to people. So the bottom line is there's only so much that is possible to automate when there's this many different factors going on.
That says,
But
okay.
if you do want it to roll out in a specific sequence and it needs to just start over and over again, you can either do it by a date, or you can do it by starting the sequence with a tag, and then they automatically get boom, 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 boom once they receive the tag.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, I guess I'll have to maybe play around with it a little more. It's just because the webinar that I wanted to do was live rather than recorded, because if it was recorded, you just put it on at the end of the 5 days. But because I wanted it to be live, if someone finishes on a, I don't know, Tuesday, I guess I just have to find a way of maybe then reminding them, sending an email to remind them to join if they wanted to, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you could do both. Have a quick little training for them as soon as they finish, have another, then have the live training.
Great. I don't have that much time.
Okay.
I wish I did. But thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Heather. Omar, how's it going? Good to see you.
Hello, how are you doing?
Oh, and let me get a couple questions in the chat real quick here. Sorry to
Sure.
interrupt.
No,
Could
absolutely.
have them finish the first 5 videos before gaining access to the webinar. Yeah, there's lots of things you can automate. You can require them to finish videos and then they get access to the webinar. And yes, as Omar said, you can add the tag by asking them to click a question like, is this Wednesday or Thursday? Yeah.
I don't understand that bit. What do you mean?
Is this Wednesday or Thursday?
So the way I thought was like, let's say, for instance, it's just a simple multiple choice question because XP has that already integrated, right? So then if they answered, yeah, it's a Monday, but she wants them to start on the next Monday, well, then it will automatically give them a tag, and then it'll lock them in, and then they'd have to start that next Monday. Or if it's a Wednesday, then it'll lock them into the Wednesday, and then they'll start in 5 days? Or if it's a Friday, they'll start in 3 days. But, she would still have to set all that automation up. But just with the simple question, they could do it. Now, they'd have to be honest about the day that they start, but they could.
That's the thing. We're relying, a couple of things here. Yeah, we're relying on people to answer correctly. Check it out.
The only reason,
Check it out.
yeah.
Heather. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I had a quick question. I don't know if it's my turn.
Yes. Yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it, yeah.
So I'm really interested in the at the moment the Ask the Expert, and my quick question is there any way that I can increase the little icon to where it kind of pops up? Even right now, I think if we're what am I looking at? Usually they're at the bottom right of most websites, and they're kind of in a different color. Is it possible to change that yet? And if
not yet, but
not yet,
you just
okay,
want to make it
that's
more
okay.
visible and more obvious, you're saying?
Sure.
Is that,
right.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Exactly. That's okay. I'll just put it in my video training at the very beginning, and then just say, hey, you see that thing right there?
Yeah,
Click
exactly. Look at this
awesome.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Point arrows
Awesome.
to it. Yeah, we'll be adding a lot more
Sure.
controls and ability to control what you want it to search or not search and things like that. Right now, this is a pretty simple V1 version of just getting it going and testing it out. So yeah.
No, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Omar. Yeah, glad you're playing with that. It's pretty interesting. Cool. Dennis, yeah.
Yeah, I had another quick one. I
Yeah.
thought I had seen it a while back where there was a feature for responding to questions or actions. You could upload an assignment or a photo or something to show you did it, and then it disappeared. Did I miss it? Is it still in development?
You probably saw that it's coming. Yeah, that is definitely on the roadmap. What you can have students do right now is upload something to a comments question.
Okay.
My mind is going blank. A comment section. The drawback here is that it would be visible to everybody if that is a concern. So there's not a private way to upload something directly in the platform, but it is coming. But do you see what I'm saying? How you could create a comments block?
I get the concept. I haven't done it with the comments yet. I can search for it though. I'll just look for uploading the comments. And I think what you're saying is they can do that there, but then, as long as it's not super private.
As long as it's not super private, you can make it where they can easily upload something to a comment section. And then the other best option for now would again be an outside tool like a Google Form doc, whatever it is that they can upload to. And again, you can pop the link to that right in a training action so that it's pretty seamless and just say, go here, upload your thing.
Cool. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Cool. All right, we get through our first round of questions. I see a few more people hopped on. Do we have other questions going on? What else do we want to talk about?
I have one, but I want to make sure everybody gets to go first.
Cool,
because it's my
yeah.
last one.
Looks like we're doing pretty good. Yeah, go ahead, Dennis. What
All right.
else?
This is definitely a rookie one. So I haven't played with tags much.
Mhm.
As a new student joins, can I pre-tag them with things and say like, hey, they're this type of person and they've got these preferences? Or do they have to get those tags by actually taking an action?
There needs to be something that gives them the tag. So yeah, it would need to be an action.
They could fill out maybe like a questionnaire with actions and say, I'm this, I prefer this, whatever it might be.
Yeah, they
Something
could,
like that. Okay.
yeah, click on answers to a question. Now let's see, could you do something with Zapier and like zap them in and add a tag perhaps? How familiar are you with Zapier, Dennis?
A little bit.
A
I've
little
used
bit?
it for a couple like light
You've used it.
activities.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think if you can, like if you had a list of people that were all the same, I think you should be able to bring them in and add a tag like automatically when you bring them in, like
Okay.
from a sheet. I'm just trying to remember right now if that is already possible or something
I can search around
coming
and see if
very
somebody's
soon
done that too.
possible. But
Yeah, because what I'd love to do is if we already have that knowledge about them, say they all like enjoy yoga. I'd love to be able to bring that tag with them at the beginning so I can take them down that path versus having them, figure it out for themselves or have to enter it themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, I'll do a little
I
research on
can't
that
remember
one.
if it's already possible or will be possible soon to
Okay.
add tags when zapping people in. I need to check on
Cool.
that.
you.
Omar, yeah, thanks.
Hi.
Yeah,
Okay.
Omar.
So I've been working with this concept that I would love to have my students be able to have a carousel of questions, and this is how I want to implement it. So at the very beginning, there's always the home screen, and I'm teaching physics to high school students. So what I really want to do is teach them how to, or encourage them to use a growth mindset. But I don't want there always to just be those 3 questions there all the time. So what I'd love to do is to figure out a way to where when they answer those initial 3 questions when they first come to the course, they get a tag, and then suddenly that is hidden.
Yeah.
And then up pops another 3 questions. So I'm
yes, that should all be
that's
totally doable. Yeah.
right, because you can hide,
Mhm.
and then once they get the tag, something else will pop up, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple different ways you can do this. So right off the bat, you've got when you create a course and you've got like your template already there on the homepage, we've got a template with pre-actions
Right.
for you, or what I guess we're now calling standalone actions. They used to call
Sure.
pre-actions. Those pre-actions, by the way, can either disappear as soon as the student checks it off or not. You have a simple little toggle for that. And you can definitely add a tag to a student as soon as they check off the pre-action.
Right.
From there, you can show or hide basically anything, a block of text, which can be a question, it could be an action, whatever you want. You can show or hide any block based on whether students have a tag or not.
Right.
So you could have another block beneath the pre-actions that appears as soon as the students have a tag, and that block can have whatever you want in it.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, no, I that it'll in my mind, it would also absolutely, especially when we get leaderboards and the point system, it would drive my high schoolers crazy because they're like, how in the world did Johnny get 200 points when I got 180? Well, it's because they were doing those growth mindset carousel questions. That's why he got more points, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm looking to try and add that.
Okay, cool. Here is the help doc for anybody who's watching, anybody who needs it, on how to show and hide content. So you can have any block of content appear or disappear based on tags. So, all right, cool. Yeah, thanks for that, Omar. That's cool. Yeah, Paula. Oops, go ahead and unmute yourself, Paula. Paula.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. So because I'm still rather kind of still going through the training, I'm not sure that I know the answer to this question. So
Okay.
I will be dripping this out, one lesson a week for 10 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, the student should be able to access that week's lesson as many times as they want, take it over and over if they want. Is that built into already doing that way?
Yeah, unless you hide it from them. Yeah, they'll be able
I'm
to.
not going to hide it. Okay, so now the second week comes up. If they want to go back and review the first week, or they're still able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
As
the
long
way
as I
they
don't
would.
hide.
Yeah, they can go to their all trainings page is typically where those would be, unless you
Okay.
set things up in a different way. But they can always go to their all trainings page and see all the trainings that are currently released to them, that are currently available.
All right, sounds super. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan is saying that's what we do in EPM. Go back as many times as you need to. Yeah, cool. Don's asking, can we subscribe people ourselves or do they need to sign up? You can absolutely add people to the course manually. If you don't need them to pay. If you need them to pay, then you need them to sign up and put in their credit card. But if you don't need them to pay, you can add students very easily into your course, and I'll pop in the doc on how to do that. Cool. So you can add a single student, or you can bulk upload a list of students. Helpful hint, when you upload a CSV file, just make sure that your file is titled exactly like the example we give you. Because if you change the name of the file, it will not work. So make sure that matches exactly. Cool. Sheldon, how's it going?
Hello. Okay, so I'm following up. Can I share my screen?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. On what you clarified last time. So I have these courses that I'm developing, and different coaches, instructors to who will be teaching the course with their own videos and email and all of that. So based on what you gave me last time, I created custom fields. Now I want to know how to embed those fields, particularly the coach name, when they're signing up. These are free programs that I'm creating at the moment. So how would I do that?
Yeah, so where in your course are you looking to add that? Where do you want the name to appear?
Well, whenever, like when they sign up, I would think on that sign up page.
Okay, so it's not possible at the moment to add custom fields to an order form. We do have this coming in the future. It's going to be super, super helpful. So is that what you're asking?
Well, I was hoping for it to be automated. I mean, each one will have their own URL. So, but it's just when I want to, but I'm concerned that, for emails to go out or whatever, will it just go out to their students if it's inside that course? And if it's just duplicating the course with their URLs, how I'm doing this now. So for instance, let me, I can pull this page over. Right. So right now I just have two of my coaches. I have my main course here, but then David Grayson is one, Michael before is a second coach. So they each have their own sign up page, right? So I can get the students into their course,
Cool.
but I'm just wondering, is that going to be a problem down the road without the students being tagged to their course, or are they just tagged automatically because they're in this course? You know,
Sorry, I'm
Michael's
not quite
course or
following the
David's course.
question. Why would it be a problem down the road? What might be
I
the
don't
problem?
know. I'm just, we talked last week about the custom field, so I saw how to create those in that article. And you said that was the best way to handle it, but then I didn't see where to put it in the order form. So you may have answered that question. So once they
Yeah.
sign up, any of the emails and all of that are only going to go to the people who are in this particular course, right?
Correct. Any emails from this course would only go to the people in this course.
So if I wanted to put, let me see. Yeah, so I used your playbook student
Mhm.
rescue email, right? So this here, for instance, this field, could I put the custom field there, or do I need to put their actual, or email me, call me, whatever, text me? I'd have to manually put it in each of these versions.
I'm sorry, I'm not totally following the question. What do you want here in the signature line?
So if this is David Grayson's course, right?
Okay.
Would I need to type David Grayson here, or can I put the coach name and coach email as a field in there?
If
Or is
you're
this not a field? Maybe
if
that's not a field.
yeah, let's keep it simple. Just type David Grayson. You only have to do it once. Like there's not really a need for a field here from what I'm hearing.
Just when I duplicate courses, just to make it easier, everything. I don't have to all the bits and pieces where their name might be, their email, their phone number. Got to make sure that each one is changed versus a custom field that then would grab it automatically, but custom fields. So for instance, let me, so mindset, email, here we go. Yeah, so you can see here, you know, email me at, text me at, reach out to me. I don't want them just replying back to this because that's going to come to my main email, right? Like it's going to come to me in effect if they hit reply. So I
Right.
need them to actually,
Yeah, so just
and I
type
can
in
do
the
it
email.
manually, but
Yeah, just type in the email for what you want.
okay.
Different instructors for the same course. Yeah, but if you have different courses and they are going out to the students in that course, like you've got to set up the email anyway. You've got to either put in a field, you have to do something manually with this email anyway when you set it up. So from what I'm hearing, just type in the email address to wherever people in this course should email. There isn't really a purpose in using custom fields here.
Only when I duplicate, just makes it easier to make sure everything's duplicated or is customized that needs to be customized in the whole course. It's not like that's not making sense, but if I could put coach email and coach text number there, right? Then in my main one, then when I duplicate it, it would just change it automatically. Does that make sense?
Yes, that should work. Yeah.
That should work.
I would test this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. I will try it.
Awesome. Thanks, Sheldon.
Okay, thanks.
All right. And Diana, how's it going?
It's going well.
Good.
And you may have answered it somewhere in here, but I didn't catch it. Do
That's
you
okay.
have, what I've got here? Do you have an article for setting up a text only number? I don't want them calling my personal phone, obviously. And second, along with that, is there a way to set up a DND? Because I don't want them texting me in the middle of the night either.
So if you want a return number, if you want them to be able to reply to the texts that they receive, you can rent a phone number from us, and the replies will go to your inbox in your account.
Okay, so having a text number, even though I expect a lot of my ideal clients to be more used to texting than I am. I'm terrible about texting quickly. But I don't have to have a text number for them.
Nope. You don't.
Okay. Well, that's
Was
pure and
that
simple.
easy?
That's quick and simple.
You get to do whatever you want.
Okay. Okay. But if I do choose to do one later, there's a way to, I know I can get one from Google, but there's one from Xperiencify that I can rent by.
What you can do
whatever.
from XP is rent a number so that students can reply to the automated text messages that they receive through your course.
Okay.
So when
I'm
they
gonna
get
take
an
a look.
automated message that says, congratulations, you finished the course, they can reply to it and go, thanks, what do I win? Or whatever they want to say. And that will go to your inbox. It won't go to your phone. It'll go to your Xperiencify inbox, and you can go in at your convenience and read it and
Okay.
reply back.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you.
That'll work. Yeah. All right. What else? Sheldon, is your hand up again, or is that?
Well, since, yeah, I mean, if we've got, so maybe this is what was confusing me. Let me just show you. Not that one. Oh, here we go. Share screen, blah, blah, blah. So this is the help article you gave me last time. It says you can hide a custom field information inside the order form. Is that not accurate then?
That does not sound accurate. They can hide. Let me take a look at that. What did that say? You can hide Xperiencify information. I'm not sure that's accurate, Sheldon. I'm gonna need to check that out. I'm sorry, but I don't have a definitive answer for you at the moment.
Okay. All right. Well, for now, I think I've got what I can do. So.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome. What else? Anything else we got? There's no questions. I'm going to take a look at that for a second while I'm just waiting to see if there's any other questions. Oh, just Zapier. Hide custom field information. And if anybody has a question, pop yourself off mute and say, because I'm not looking at the screen right now. I'm looking at order forms. Yeah, I am not seeing any possible way to add that at the moment, Sheldon. So I'm gonna need to check on whether that doc is not up to date or what's up, or rather it's not up to date. It's in the future.
It's
It's ahead.
forward looking.
It's forward looking.
It will be
Exactly.
true.
Yeah. Sorry for the
Yeah.
confusion on that. I
Yeah,
will
no,
figure
okay.
it out and I will get
All right.
back to you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, I will let you know.
All right, great, thanks.
Yeah, Diana, yeah. Diana, pop yourself off mute.
Yeah, all this newfangled stuff.
I know, silly technology stuff.
Okay, I think it was Dennis you were speaking to, about uploading YouTubes and so on. You said something about Handbrake. I'm taking actual physical notes. You said you use YouTube, then you upload by MP4, then you said had like 1 or 2 steps that, no, I missed it.
I think I was saying that I record on Zoom.
Ah, okay, hang on.
Uh-huh.
Record on Zoom. Okay.
Once you finish recording on Zoom, it'll just convert to an MP4.
Okay, on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And MP4 as in Mama Papa 4.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And then once you have an MP4, you can just upload that to your platform. Upload that to Xperiencify.
Okay. Yeah, I knew there was something I forgot in there or missed. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And one last question here real quick, if no one else has one. What's the difference between Zoom and Loom?
So Loom is a great way to record your screen. You can basically just do a quick or long screen recording of exactly what's showing on your desktop or of a specific window. They're just useful for different things. Zoom is where you actually like connect
Like
to
what
other
we're doing.
people in real time, like we're doing. Yeah, but you could also
so-
just record yourself on Zoom. You could also just go into your personal room and click record, and then you would have an MP4 that you could upload.
Okay, so the reason I asked is the writing thing I was involved in for a little while, and she used it kind of to introduce herself before you went ahead and did all the coursework.
Loom, she used Loom probably.
She used Loom. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. You can do that too. You can record yourself. Yeah, Loom is great for something like giving your students a quick welcome tour of your course. So you could record your screen and you could have yourself in a little window down in the corner saying hello, and then you could say, here's how to use your course.
Okay.
Go up here and go over
Okay.
here, and you can do a 3-minute video that shows them around. So yeah, Loom is great for that.
Okay, but Zoom is just as equally competent to do that.
Zoom is, I don't know if Zoom can.
Okay.
I guess Zoom
So
can
the-
record a screen. Yeah, they're kind of
Okay.
meant for two different things.
All righty, I got it.
Yeah.
I'll let someone else wave their hand.
I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah, Sheldon.
So, all right. So if I have, I'm still on this same sort of theme, but a little slightly different. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
So because so if I have different instructors, when they, right now I'm just having them log in as a student, sign themselves up just so they can see. But how do I let them, how do I designate them as a coach in this case? You know, right.
How do you say that
Well,
again, please?
so how do I don't want them as a team member where they can mess with the whole thing, right? They're just teaching a particular course
Mm-hmm.
or two, but they're the instructor for that course. And the coach, right? So this says, you know, and on the help document, it said, you know, you all have like 20 instructors or whatever. So or 20 coaches or whatever on the team. So do I need to in some way tag them in the system as a coach? Or
What exactly are
no?
you trying to do when you make them a coach? What does that mean in your world? What do you want that to have happen? What do you want to have happen?
So that they like, okay, so this, well, right here, book your next steps, right? I guess the coaching URL would be to their calendar. But again, if I use these custom fields in the emails, at least, and anywhere else, where will it pull from to say, hey, this is a coach, not a student?
So it has nothing to do with being a coach, not a student. The custom field will go to that custom field. I'm not 100% sure I'm following.
Well, it says
What?
coach name.
Mhm.
Okay. And if you all have 20 coaches, I'm just saying what the help document said, right? And I talked to Murray about this, and he kind of said it's like they're licensees because they're in different cities. And that's another term, but for the students, they're coaches, right? Or coach instructor. So, um, you
So
know, this says coach name, but what says who are the coaches, right?
yeah,
Or
so
doesn't it?
the information that would go directly into this spot would be put into the student's profile. So let me because it's got pictures, let me send this section right here. And if you go to that link and if you scroll down to where you'll see an image of Marisa as an example of a student page.
Yeah, I've seen this one. Okay. So put the field there and then put her name in there. So basically bring her in as a student, bring them in as a student, and then add these fields.
I don't know what you mean by bring them in as a student. The information that goes into the custom field, like the place where the information for the student needs to go is in the student's profile. So if there is a calendar link that this student, that Dr. Angela is your student and she needs to book a specific calendar link, the link to that calendar is going to go in her profile where it says custom field calendar link. That's where the information is going to come from. And that's where the specific link for Dr. Angela's calendar that she should book on is going to be pulled from.
Right, so probably it sounds like it'd be just as easy to just do it manually, put their name in rather than put them in as a student, or put them into the student section and tag them as a coach. Yeah, maybe I'm just not understanding this. Maybe it's like I'm because on that page, Marissa is there now as a. Oh no, that's for her coach. So wait, what is this saying? So Marissa as a student has a coach, right? Coach name.
This is an example
So
of
then I
Marisa as
would
a
manually
student.
put, huh?
This is an example of Marisa as a student, correct?
Right, Marissa as a student. And so you would put the coach name, but of course you don't want to manually do it. They're coming into a given course. I'll try to get clearer. I'll play around with it and then probably come back with a more specific way of asking this,
Okay.
so that I can be clearer. In other words, coach name, right, on this. So where is her coach's name in the system such that it pulls that name
It
when
needs to
that
be put
field is
into her profile. So right here on this screen that we're looking at that says Marisa as a student, the coach name needs to be put into her student profile where the red box is. That's where her coach's name needs to go.
and so people are signing up. I don't want to do this manually. So at this point, I'd either have to do it manually or
through Zapier. You may be able to do
through
it through
Zapier.
Zapier.
Got it. Yeah. There's no way to designate, okay, here are the two coaches for this course, or even the one coach, or wherever you see coach name, put that name in. Wherever you see, any of these, you either have to use Zapier or do it manually at this point.
Correct. Yeah.
Whereas if you could do it through the order form, then, because he said something to me about, I forget exactly how he put it, but yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do it manually for now. It's not like I have hundreds of people.
Yeah.
All right,
Sounds
thank
like
you.
you may want to just keep this really simple for the moment. We don't need to make things more complex than they need to be till we get there. All right,
Okay.
cool. Thanks, you guys.
All right,
All right, I've got to
Thank you.
run quickly, but Angela, do we have a quick question? Go ahead and take yourself off mute, Angela.
Yeah, I hope so. So Loom, I just did a quick check on Loom, and it says that on Loom, you can create captions.
Cool.
I didn't see that. I don't see how to do that on Zoom. And so I think
I can't speak to
create my captions.
I don't know how to create. I'm sorry, I can't speak to other. But you need to go to Zoom support unless somebody knows more about this and wants to share.
Now, I would like a clearer way of doing the captions than what I'm currently doing.
So Xperiencify does automatically caption your videos. Are you aware of that?
No.
Okay, yeah, students just need to turn it on. And it is already built in. It's only there for videos that have been uploaded since March of 2023 because it's a newish feature. But if you have uploaded a video since then, students can just click to turn on captions automatically.
Okay. Well, that's going to be great. I think that's going to be great. Thank you. I did not realize that feature was there. Now, does it also do it in other languages? We talked about this some time ago. Spanish.
No.
I need Spanish. No Spanish.
It does it in whatever language you're uploading the content in.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're super welcome. All right, thank you so much, you guys. Diana, use captions all the time. Okay, cool. Maybe you have more info you can help us with if you want to share in the Facebook group or anywhere or
Well,
here, but yeah.
Just
Go ahead.
real quick, when you
Yeah.
open up the thing for the captions, there's a
Uh-huh.
whole long list of languages.
In XP?
I don't know where it is. I just know when you put the captions on, it asks you what language you want it in.
Are you talking about in the XP platform? That may be true.
Well,
You
like
might know
today.
more than me. Uh-huh.
Like
Like
Zoom?
today, I turned on the captions.
In Zoom?
Oh, it might be in Zoom. Yes.
Probably, yeah. I would
Okay.
imagine Zoom is ahead of us in captioning. They've been around a little longer than XP. They got.
Sorry about that, Dr. Angela.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Thank
'Cause
you,
I didn't know
Diana.
Zoom did it either.
Yeah, I appreciate that too, because there is a lot I don't know here. So thank you. All right. Thank you guys.
You're welcome, Susan. Thank you.
Thank
And
you so much.
I'm
Have a
Rachel. I know
wonderful day,
my
guys.
name's not appearing here, but I'm Rachel for those of you guys I haven't gotten to meet yet.
my daughter.
And I will see you
Thank you.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Drop us a note at the support desk if there's anything you need. Okay. All right. Take care.
Bye. Bye, Dr. Angela.
Bye-bye.